Isn't it a fine morning indeed? I just love the smell of trivia in the morning, don't you? Well, don't you? Well. How many of you are there? Well, just the one. That's fine. Is this your first time on... Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy to have you back. Type your name. Thanks a lot. I need to remind you that your buzzer is the letter B. Well, that's all I have to say. Hope to see you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack The Ride is sponsored by the Off-White Wedding Company. Been around the block a few times? Too pregnant to fit into one of those tiny dresses? We're there for you with over 300 not quite virginal white bridal ensembles. And now, here's your host, Schmitty.
Hey there, welcome. Hey, I understand you don't believe in marriage. No wonder you're alone. Try to have fun anyway. So, we got the tin cans and the shoes tied onto the back bumper. Let's ride. Slap your buzzer and we'll This category is... Yes, I'll marry you. Now let's slaughter a goat. Here's the question. Considering the name of the Greek god of marriage, assuming she still got it, yeah, right, the bride's hymen would be a fitting offering to Hymen, the Greek god of marriage. And I say if the bride is willing to do all that, the least the groom could do is offer up some roasted nuts. All right, buzz in again. Oh, that's great. My grandmother sent me more than that on my last birthday. Your category is... something borrowed, something old blue eyes. Look no further, here's your question. According to the lyrics of the Sinatra song Love and Marriage, what is true about love? They go together like a horse and carriage. And for all you married couples out there, I'll leave it up to you to decide which of you is which. Hit that buzzer. Very nice. And now, right before your very eyes, Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat questions category is, how old is your youngest tax deduction? Okay, I'm going to read off the names of 7 married TV couples, all right? And for each one, I want you to tell me if they have kids or don't have kids. Simple enough. Cash in for each one you get right, and you lose cash if you get one incorrect or don't get to it. You got 30 seconds to get all 7. And we're off. The Howells, kids or no? The Jeffersons. The Cramdens. The Mertzes. The Petries. The Rope. The Stinnett. Yeah, you're freaking perfect. Check out your score there, make sure everything's in order, and we're moving on. I want you to hit your buzzer. Up next, incest really is best. Hey, 3311, that's my address. Here you go. If the Beverly Hillbillies wanted to put incest to the lifelong test, which couple could not legally marry? Ellie Mae and Jethro, Jethro and Granny. Jed and Ellie Mae are father and daughter, so their marriage would be illegal. But it sure would make for a ride. Interesting next verse in the ballad of Jig. Clamp it. Woo, dog! Buzz in and tell me how much the next... Coming at you. Going to the chap. Hell. Time for the trivia. Considering the earthly ramifications of Persephone marrying Hades, what should a considerate Persephone... In Greek mythology, winter exists because it's the 4 months a year Persephone must spend in hell as Hades' unwilling bride. And for the first time in the history of weddings, the bridesmaids will actually be able to wear their outfits more than once. Work that why do I bother? Your category is... Shake those giblets. Wrap your head around this. If you go to hell and are forced to do the chicken dance for all eternity, which of the following moves will you not have to perform forever? There's no ground pecking in the chicken dance. And you know, in hell, they take it one step further and make you do the chicken dance to the tune of Moni Moni with Persephone. Buzz in for the bucks, baby. The category is She's God's Angel Now. Okay, imagine a lost episode of Charlie's Angels in which Farrah Fawcett's character Jill is married and then dies. If the characters observed the sororate custom of marriage, who would Jill's hubby receive as his new wife? Whoever Charlie decides to appoint. Sabrina. The sororate custom states that Jill's sister would become her husband's new bride. And the happy new couple would be known as Mr. and Mrs. Lucky Son of a Bitch. Buzz in and I'm calling this one. He said but. Okay, so you remember when all you could see in all the newspapers and Letterman's top 10 lists was this Joey Buttafuoco? Oh boy, did that guy give marriage a black eye. Not only adultery, but statutory rape. And then the Amy girl shoots the wife in the face. Come on, it's enough to put you off marriage forever. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, here you go. How do you spell Joey's last name? Oh, and if you think I'm gonna spell it, there you go. It's Buttafuoco. And Buttafuoco was his name. Oh, hit that buzzer. It's not a speed bump. It's roadkill. Remember to buzz in on the item that correctly unites the pair on the screen. And don't forget about that bonus round. Time to start grinding your gears. Let's do it. Sprays droplets of water and masculine title. Where do these items intersect? Finish third and blank and towel. Tokens and British French fries. Invoice and becomes a law. Lose heat and blank tag. Past tense suffix. Gym class equals this blank. Not on drugs, and not dirty. Score. All right, let's go for the bonus. What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all famous misters? You got it. They're all misters. That makes you a Mr. Master. Here's your current score. You feel good about that? Let's keep going. Hit the buzzer for the vet. This one's called To Protect and Serve Each Other Till Death Do Us Part. Ready or not, here it comes. Say that some of America's best police partners want to become life partners. Which couple would be the first to be recognized by their home state as married? A Hawaii circuit judge determined that denying same-sex marriage licenses in Hawaii was unconstitutional, the first time that had ever been done in the U.S. Book us, Dano, for a 2-week honeymoon cruise in the South Pacific. Hit that buzzer. Your category's gonna be another yawn at the opera. Now, the fun part. Given his former occupation, what service could the title character in Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro provide? Figaro from The Marriage of Figaro was also the title character in The Barber of Seville.
Oh no, I've given you all the same haircut, and now I can't tell you apart.
I want you to hit your buzzer and get the value. That'll work. Try this category. Can I help you? Like it or not, it's question time. Which of these would you have seen in a movie entitled My Best Friend's Wedding in Cana? Dermot Mulroney drunk on... The Wedding in Cana is a story from the New Testament in which Jesus turns water into wine.
No more water.
Okay, but now we have to baptize you!
Slap your buzzer. If anyone present knows of any reason why I should not give a clue, let them speak now or forever. Ah, hell, here's your clue. With this I thee wed? Yeah, that's what my first wife said. Check's in the mail, honey. Thanks for listening. Yeah, 7 for 7. You really kicked your own ass there, didn't you?
Took my love, you took my breath, you took my heart, you took everything when you divorced me. When you divorced me. You took my favorite shirts, you took my country tapes, you took the new TV, you took the seedless grapes when you divorced me. When you divorced me, we went from M-A-R-I-A-G-E to B-I-V-O-R-S-E. You broke my little H-A-R-T. Now I'm in M-I-S-R-E. Nice pen, it used to write in blue. I used to write you letters and you took them too. When you divorced me, when you divorced me, I seem to recall a half a can of beer. Now I wanna get drunk, but it's not here, 'cause you divorced me. 'Cause you divorced me. We went from M-A-R-I-A-G-E to B-I-V-O-R-S-E. You broke my little H-A-R-T. Now I'm in M-I-S-R-E. We went from M-A-R-I-A-G-E to D-I-V-O-R-S-E.
everyone, we have a guest today.
Isn't it a fine morning indeed? I just love the smell of trivia in the morning, don't you? Well, don't you? Well. How many of you are there? All by yourself? Well, no worries. There'll be enough trivia and comedy for 3 humans. Is this your first time? Oh, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you right away. My apologies. Are you now, or have you ever been, a member of the Communist Party? Yes, thank you. Remember to be all you can be. Enjoy the ride. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack The Ride is sponsored by your local chapter of God-fearing, red-blooded, patriotic, commie-hating militias of America. Better dead than well-read. And now, here he is, the most dangerous man in trivia, Schmitty.
Okay, welcome to the show. So, you picked the red can, so let's see if you can keep your can out of the red. Well, it's no stealth bomber, but let's ride. All right, Buzzy. Whoa, nice shooting. And this category is Left Out in the Cold War. Ready or not, here it comes. Based on the name of the U.S. policy toward the USSR's expansionism in the 1950s, what would the U.S. plan to limit Soviet influence back in the 50s was called containment?
General, Plan A didn't work.
Damn! Bring on Plan B! Depleted Ziploc baggies. Slap your buzz. This one's called The Common Cold War. Now, the fun part. If you were to wage a Cold War against the common cold, on what would you be spying? Viruses, bacteria, toxins, or cold fairies? Colds are caused by viruses.
What's going on there, Agent 12?
How the hell should I know? I can't see him. Achoo! Great, now I'm sick. Hit that buzzer. Very nice, respectable. This one's called Better Dull Than Red. Time for the trivia. Which of these is not a dull fact about staunch anti-communist John? He never became a vice president. In 1959, he died.
I did no such thing.
Yes, you did, Mr. Dulles. Which doesn't necessarily preclude him from carrying out the duties of the job.
Are you implying the American political system is not the best in the world? Are you some kind of communist, young man?
No, sir, Mr. Dulles. No, sir.
Well, that's good. Did I mention my favorite color is gray?
No, you hadn't mentioned that.
It's true.
Oh. I want you to hit. Coming at you. I'm getting annoyed. Check this out. If the domino theory applied to Domino's pizza delivery, which statement would be the most accurate? If There you go. The domino theory held that should Vietnam fall to the communists, the rest of Southeast Asia would fall in 30 minutes or less. Buzz in and... Up next, chilling Soviet leaders.
Did you know I like talking on the telephone?
No, Mr. Dulles. I hadn't heard that.
Communist.
Anyway, if you were to practice the Soviet policies of glasnost and perestroika on your refrigerator, glasnost means openness, perestroika means restructuring. These policies helped end the Cold War. Hey, and while you're in there, clean out those old Tupperware containers, will you? They smell like Bolshevik. Hit the buzzer for the... Here's a little something I call... That vitamin is the bomb. So, do you remember the B-2 or the stealth bomber, the undetectable craft that was our massive new weapon against the Soviets? Well, if the B-2 stealth bomber had the same properties as vitamin B2, what would be the best new name for it? The riboflavin bomber, the thiamine bomber, the vitamin B2? It's also known as riboflavin. Our first line of defense against the evil forces of respiratory problems. Work that buzzer to choose. Great selection. Brace yourself, my friend. It's time for Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is the Great Space Coaster Race. Now, I'm going to read off 7 space firsts, right? And for each event, I want you to tell me if it's an American first or a Soviet first. Cash in for each one you get right, and you lose some cash for each one you get wrong or don't get to. You got to get all 7 of them in 30 seconds. And we're off. First animal. First dog. First man. First woman to First man to watch. First throw. First manned spacecraft to land on the moon. Last. That's the way you do it. Check out your score there, make sure everything's in order, and we're moving on. Buzz in for the Well, that's hardly worth my time. Let's try this category. If trees organized a forest, would anybody hear? Wrap your head around this. If members of the John Birch Society decided to plant a society of birch trees, which of the following landscaping principles would they definitely... The John Birch Society is a group of ultra-right-wing anti-communists, so they would hate the idea of trees sharing the soil equally. But I wouldn't worry about those John Birch people. Their bark is a lot worse than their bite. Hit that buzzer and grab the highest value. The category is going to be corpses that sell out. Man, I don't know what sickens me more. The fact that Gorbachev did a fast food commercial, or that commercials are using dead stars like Fred Astaire and John Wayne to sell products. Suppose you see a commercial using the famous image of Nikita Khrushchev banging someone. Back in 1960, Khrushchev got all bent out of shape in front of the UN, and he started banging his shoe on a table. It was great.
We will bury you with these very cool and comfortable shoes.
Buzz in and tell me how...
There was a comic with one catchphrase, and Smirnoff was his name. Oh, Y-A-K-O-B, Y-A-K-O-B, Y-A-K-O-B. Oh, what a country.
Welcome to Yakov, comrade. Remember to hit your buzzer when the first letter of the answer lights up. That's how you win the cash. If you get all 5 letters, you win the bonus. All right, we're going in. Brezhnev, blank Chernenko. U.S. pres during Cuban Missile Crisis. Kennedy. The Russian blank church. First Soviet manned spacecraft. Vostok, baby. Blank K-47. Hey! Soviet bloc Yugo maker. You go. One more letter for the bonus. Gagarin's first name. You're right. The hunt for red blank. Aye, aye. You got it. Yakov. That's yours. Here's your current score. You feel good about that? Let's keep going. Hit that buzzer and try to snag the... There you go. Try this category. Rockin' over Russia. Like it or not, it's question time. Based on the class of spy plane he flew, what band would you have expected Francis? In 1960, the Soviet Union captured U.S. spy Francis Gary Powers after shooting down his, drumroll please, U-2 spy plane. And the worst part was that the U.S. government still didn't find what they were looking for. All right, buzz in and get your money. All right, looking good, looking healthy. Here's your category. Our new ambassador to the UN, Bozo.
I don't like clowns. They scare me. I think I'll leave.
Oh, well, if you feel you have to. I'll see you, Mr. Dulles. Okay, so, if you want to become a clown and want your clown name to reflect your... That goes in the win column. Otto is a car. You know, those tiny little things you and 20 of your clown friends pile into and drive around in. I want you to hit your buzz. Let's see if this clue cuts it for you. Yet another job for my fancy pants army knife, which of course I keep in my fancy pants. Yeah, 7 for 7. You really kicked your own ass there, didn't you?
A wise man once said,